Yo. Dang, this camera is incredible. Oh my goodness. What's up? How you doing, girl? Finally, I don't know who or what happened to my phone. I don't know if it was the government and when I say government, I don't mean Trump administration. I mean like the government. I don't know. Somebody bricked my iPhone, and that's really, really hard to do. They cut off my communications. They literally tried to silence my ability to broadcast. And this is not the first time that this happened. This happened to me 2.5 years ago. So I'm just glad I got a new working phone, changed my network provider, just basically did a system reset, everything except change my telephone number, because I hate having to change my number. But anyways, man, these past couple of days have been absolute insanity. I wish I could have live streamed yesterday when that police escort happened. Yesterday was the most insane day of my life. Not in a bad way, it was so bizarre. I got put in so many really dangerous situations. It was the first time I felt like fear in a long time. I was just like, and not fear to the point where I couldn't think, fear to the point where it was just nonstop adrenaline all day. Like, the neighbor behind my house, he lives in this gorgeous mansion. Like, it's definitely the nicest house in the neighborhood. And he's watched me grow up because I was a grandchild. It was weird. And the only time I could see this neighbor, it's like the TV show Home Improvement. The one character, I think his name's Wilson. You never see his full face. You only just see his head above the fence, or just a part of his head. That's how I see this guy. Like Jim, like I just know him as Mr. Jim. Like I don't even know his last name for real. But I hadn't seen his head above the fence in like 2 weeks, and he's old. So I was like, all right, let me just go check on him. And we actually have like a secret entrance between our houses. So I have like access to his house from my house. So I took the secret passage, and I knocked on his door for like 5 minutes. Bang, 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 bang. I'm like, shit, this is not good. So I opened his door, and I'm like, Mr. Jim, real loud, announced myself. I was so glad, like, I didn't trip an alarm system. And I'm like, shit, this is not good. So I'm like, all right, let me go back onto my property and call 911. So I had to call 911 because I didn't know if homeboy died in the house or what. And I'm just like, man, I'm not trying to roll up and find like a dead body in a house that's not mine. That just is not a good look. So I called the cops, and I specifically told them, do not pull up in front of my house. I do not want to spook anybody in the neighborhood out. Do not pull up in front of my house. So what's this dude do? Pull up in the gosh dang driveway. I'm like, this mofo. On top of that, it was the same cop who gave me a bullshit DUI 3 years ago. I would never drink and drive, especially with my kid in the car. And I got pulled over in my driveway, and without any questions, without like even like a breathalyzer, got put in handcuffs in front of my 4-year-old. And this is right after I was doing my conspiracy talk. I was like, oh, this mofo's here to kill me. Like, I knew this was happening. I thought he was here to like get me. I'm like, yep, I knew this was coming. That's the last time I'm going to see my kid. I was mentally, like, excuse my language. No, I don't have to excuse my language. I was mentally destroyed. I thought I was going to get a bullet to the head and tossed on the side of the road. Anyways, it was a bullshit DUI. On top of that, because of the DUI that he gave me, I had to get rides to and from work until I got my license restored. And I had to go as far as getting the mother of my child to help pick me up in my own car from work. And because I gave her freedom of a vehicle, she went and got heroin and overdosed in my house while I was supposed to be watching Raiden. And Raiden found her dead. So when the cops came to bring her back to life, it was the same cop. So then I'm like, yo. So then I saw him yesterday, and you know, like, I got mutual respect for him at this point, just because it's better to have a cop than not have a cop. And I just let him know, like, I went and searched the house with him, and old dude was just in the basement on his exercise bike. So we both, you know, go back out the secret passage, and we're cutting it up, and we're laughing because we're both relieved that we didn't have to carry a dead body out of the house. And then I broke it down to him. I'm like, look, homeboy, just so you know, when you gave me that bullshit DUI, this is the ripple effect of what happened from you giving me a bullshit DUI. I'm like, you got me all the way wrong. I'm like, it is what it is. I forgive you at this point, but you done fucked my life. You done fucked my life up. You know what I mean? I'm like, I've already had enough people do that to me. And I'm like, it is what it is. I forgive you, but just so you know, you really owe me one. And he gave me a fist bump, and it was what it was. So God works in mysterious ways. He really does. And he has been working on me. And I like it. I've been working on myself. And I like it. Now I have free time to work on myself wholeheartedly. Do yard work, all that. I am not going to squander any of this free time. Speaking of, about to walk into this Walmart. Let y'all see what it looks like. I am definitely locked and loaded, because I do not like coming out in public. Everybody masked up. I'm not even masked up. I do not even need to be masked up. So hold on, let me pop the trunk first. See if there's any essential weapons I need to take with me. Crossbow, no. Nope, oh, that's good. Alrighty. Tuck my chain in, aka my key. Move around this bitch like Rambo. Oh yeah, this thing's nice and pretty and sharp. No better. Nobody better try to test my gangster today, because I've been tested today too many times. All right. Head on swivel. Go home. There's a lot of spooky looking people out here for real. A lot of spooks. And look, people, if you do gotta go out in public, if you do have to go out in public right now, move as if you're militant. Like, if people are in your way, make them move. Move or be moved type deal. Like, do not let people's idiocracy slow you down, because these people out here are not smart people. No, they are not. Most of them. So don't let somebody's ignorance put you in a dangerous situation. Like, let people know, move or be moved. Especially because I will run into your shopping cart if you are not paying attention. Boom, sorry. I ain't slowing down for nobody. Especially when it's go time. Excuse me. Thank you. And I'm out here not even getting non-essential stuff. I'm out here looking for a big boy Bluetooth speaker for yard work. Like a bigger one than I already have. I don't know. Sometimes I like just doing dangerous shit. I don't know why. Like I like putting myself in a situation where somebody can get touched real quick. Excuse me, do you guys have Bluetooth? I guess not. There we go. Oh, they got them locked up though. Of course.
Watch the cart, honey. You don't trip on that.
Thank you. Yep, I just need a key whenever you get a chance. Look.
The laptop to my computer, so HDMI cable and HDMI to USB-C connector.
We don't have the USB-C connector. And my cables are right in front of the Nintendo.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hi. Looks like you're staying busy, huh?
Well, I'm the only one in the whole backside of the store.
That ain't even fair. Which is the best one of these?
Honestly, I don't use any, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
All right.
I don't know too much about the Bluetooth.
Let me get that one.
This one
Yep.
right here?
If it's that much money, then it's got to be a good
I
one.
don't really listen to music.
You don't listen to music, dog. That's the worst thing you can do to yourself. Music is supposed to make you happy.
Now they play music that's don't make no sense to me.
Oh, you mean here at Walmart?
Anywhere.
Well, that's because they're brainwashing the people in here. That's why they broadcast their...
Okay, I have
Propaganda
to bring that
every-
back here, honey.
Yeah, I know. I'm bringing it over for
Okay,
you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
What is all this?
And what about sound bars? Which ones? Which wall? Back there? Cody, what's a good brand for a sound bar? They got Vizio, but I don't really like Vizio. I think they're cheap. Dang, they're on. Whoa, Sony's always good. Yeah, gotta work. Excuse me, Miss. Time is of the essence for me. That's it. You guys don't sell bullets, do you?
In sporting goods.
They still sell bullets? Whoop. Okay.
That's in here if you would like a 2-year protection plan for $16 for that's it.
One time $16? Yes, I would.
And that's for a third party, you have to call register.
Correct. Is it a Shorion?
Huh?
Is it a Shorion? The third party?
Oh, no, it's
Okay, thank you. Yep, that's all I need there.
and make sure you call and activate it within 15 days or
Yep,
otherwise
yep.
you void out your plan, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sir. And this one is asking you if you would like a 2-year protection plan for $10.
Yes.
And your total is $257.58. That's like on that side, sir. So there anything that you've learned today? You have a 15-day return policy that you may return it to the store as long as you have the packaging and the receipt.
Okay.
Only because I don't know the sound of the mom and that stuff, to be honest.
Alright, I do. Excuse me, can you give me some room? Thank you.
Phone number is on the paper right there, honey.
Okay.
I know you are.
Thank you. You have a blessed day.
You also have a blessed day. You have a good day.
I will. You too.
You want a game?
I also walk on.
Yo, people better learn their social distances. Back up. I do not like when people stand too close to me regardless. I don't care about catching no damn virus. I care about catching a bullet. Like, back up. I'm not even going to buy bullets right now because I don't have any guns to shoot them, right? Right. Excuse me. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I always go the wrong ways in Walmart. It's too big. This one is not as scary as the Harrisburg one is. That's because there's not as many animals at this one as the one that there is in Harrisburg. When I mean animals, I mean wolves. I'm constantly looking for an apex predator. One hand in the cart. That joint is not easy. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Yup.
Whoa, there you go, my friend. Where's your receipt, sir?
Head on swivel. All the way swivel. Give me some room. Give me some room. Don't make me go pop the trunk on you. And look, people, this is how people get got, all right? Right now is the most dangerous part of shopping. Is leaving after you've paid for it, because then somebody can just be waiting outside the store for somebody getting caught slacking and run up on you and put some metal in your face and say, give me your cart. And then you're going to give them the cart. So do not park. Park as close to like the main entrance as you can, because those wolves are less likely to attack if, you know, there's a lot more people watching. And some of these wolves would just do it like it's a bank robbery and just lay everybody down. So be real careful when you out here. Don't be stupid like me and go out there for some non-essential stuff. You know what I mean? Unless you're that confident, like, don't be out here moving around right now. It's only going to get worse. Like, just keep in mind, they have released a lot of prisoners. So there's a lot of predators, pedophiles, wolves out. And them people is hungry right now. And when a wolf is hungry, it finds something to eat. And if I wasn't a lion, I wouldn't even be out here with the wolves. But because a lion could demolish a wolf and a whole wolf pack, I move around like I don't care. It is what it is. Test smart gangster. Go ahead, try me. And you know what? That's actually something else I did want to talk about. Wow, perfect way to tie that in. Yo, watch how you talk to people. Like, especially now, like, watch how you talk to people. Like, I've been going to the same corner store gas station for 5 years. And I know all of them except this old lady on a first name basis. And I went there and I spent like $400 there stocking up on various things to sell or trade or barter with. And this woman still doesn't know my face. She still cards me every time. And I had to be out there and tell her today, I'm like, yo, you need to pay attention to your customers more. And then she had the audacity to be like, you know you have to pay cash for that. And I'm like, yes, I've been buying cartons of cigarettes for a very long time, and I've been here for 5 years. And then so I went over to the ATM, pulled out the money, and then she was like, okay, the total's $364. She was like, do you have enough? And I'm like, lady, I got $500 in my hand. Like, what are you talking about? I said, yo, give me one reason why I shouldn't just go to the one a little bit farther down the street right now and spend that kind of money with them. I said, yo, you're talking real disrespectful. Like, watch your mouth. So, you know, I went home. I was doing yard work literally all day, like having fun, doing hard labor yard work. And I walk around my neighborhood and I knock on people's doors and check on them. The type of people that I don't pick up the phone because we move in silence. So if I gotta talk to some of these people, I just walk to their house and knock on the door. And so I was like outside and I noticed this big black truck parked like 2 houses away, and dude just sitting in there looking at me. And I'm like, that's weird. So I was unloading my trunk with some, more essential goods. And this dude was just watching me. I'm like, yo, is this a Fed? Is this a cop? Like, who is this dude in this black truck just mugging me? I made 2 more trips in with my hands loaded, and every time I would stand out there and look this man dead in his eyes while he's looking me dead in my eyes. And so I said, all right, man, hold on. I went, put on my bug out bag, grabbed what I needed. Actually, I didn't even have any weapons on me. I grabbed my there's a ton of weapons in the bug out bag, but then I would have to take that off and unzip. I didn't have any weapons on me readily available. And I'm like, yo, screw this. I said, I don't even need any weapons. I will hurt this dude with my hands. And it was like, so I walk up to him and I came correct. I saw he was on the phone. He rolled the window down and I said, hey, my name's Gabriel. I live right here at 1480. I said, do you live here? He said, no. I said, do you live here? He said, no. I said, okay. I just find it a little weird that, you're parked outside of, some houses and you don't live here. He was like, oh, well, my wife lives there. And that made me think, okay, that means your wife lives there, but you don't. Otherwise, you would say, yes, I live here. So I'm like, all right, this dude's either an ex-husband or in the process of being an ex-husband. So he might be out here stalking this woman. Ain't nobody gonna be stalking anybody in my neighborhood. So I just said, okay, well, I mean, if that's your wife's house, then can you pull in the driveway instead of parking in front of someone else's house? And then he was like, why don't you fuck off? And I was like, I said, okay, well, since you want to be like that, that's actually exactly what I was trying to say to you. I said, get the F out of here. And he was like, and I just started walking away. And then he got out of his truck and he was like, that's right, little boy, walk away, you pussy. So I was like, this dude really wants it. So I turned around and walked up to him right real fast in his face. And his old ass got in the truck. And then I was just like, see, that's what I thought. I said, watch who you talk to, pussy. And I just walked away. I went and told my dad, because he was doing yard work with us too. I'm like, yo, Dad, there's some dude out here, and I don't know who he is. And he was like, all right. He was like, well, just, let it be, because my dad's strapped at all times. So I just wanted to let him know, like, yo, If I need the strap, let me have it, because this dude's about to get himself hurt. Then this dude had the nerve to come onto my property and ask my dad if I was his son. My dad was like, first off, why are you on my property asking me about my son? It's like, yo. And then, so I mowed the lawn. I calmed down. I was like, you know what? If he really is over there just trying to help out his wife, let me go over there with a beer and try to reintroduce myself the correct way. So I went over there with 2 beers and riding, just so that nothing crazy could go down. I'm like, here, man, I just wanted to offer you a beer and say, we got off on the wrong foot. And then he just kept telling me off, and I'm like, all right, dude, well, look, here's the last way I'll put it. I'm sorry if you're sorry. And he was like, what do I have to be sorry for? I said, you're right. An arrogant man has nothing to be sorry for. And I walked away like a boss. He's lucky he didn't get punched dead in the mouth. And I didn't do that because Ryder was there. So yeah, watch how you talk to people. And I ended up telling him, one of the last things I told him is, he was like, you don't know who you're rolling up on. I said, no, I don't care who I'm rolling up on. You don't know who's rolling up on you. Watch how you talk.